Welcome one and all present here for the first day of Satpura Forum, for the inaugural program of Satpura Forum. Today we all have gathered here for discussion of the important topic. First of all, I would like to welcome respected Principal Santoshji Bakal sir. Welcome sir for this Satpura Forum. I also welcome all the participants, those who have eagerly waiting for this event. Let me introduce the topic of today's forum. The topic of today's forum is the three criminal reform bill that has been passed in our parliament. So there are varied type of impact on our society due to this bill that is passed through the parliament. To have a proper discussion about it, we have started this forum. The main aim of this forum is to get platform to the students to communicate, to discuss about each important point, important topic related to the society of our country, and there can be the discussion from all perspectives of the topic. So without any delay, let us start. First of all, I would request and invite Master Arpit Bharsakde to talk and give more information about this topic.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. Hi, I am Arpit Bharsakde from class 9th Neutral. As we all know, today we have gathered here for the Satpura discussion forum, and the topic for the forum is the three reform bill passed by the parliament. So let us firstly discuss about the three existing bills and the bills which will be reformed by the parliament. So the three existing bills are the Indian Penal Code, the Criminal Procedure Code, and the Indian Evidence Act. Let us firstly discuss briefly about these three existing bills. The Indian Penal Code defines whether the act is a crime or what, and if it is, then what will be the punishment regarding to the crime. The next, Criminal Procedure Code defines the procedure for the investigation of the criminal, investigation of the crime, and the bail, trial, etc. The Indian Evidence Act defines the administrative of the proof and the burden of the proof. Now, what was the reason to change this act? What was the main reason behind it? So, firstly, basic reason was they were made by the Britishers. That's not the proper reason that they are made by Britishers, but the Britishers had made this law to exploit the Indian resources and to stop any type of revolution in India. But this is not the proper reason. The another reasons are that they were not gender neutral, and the structure of these laws were complicated structure. So what is unique in the new laws? Let's see that the Indian Penal Code will be replaced by Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023, which will have the Indian Penal Code has 576 sections, and whether the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita will be replaced with the 356 sections. The Criminal Procedure Code will be replaced by Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita 2023. It had before 484 sections, which will be replaced to 533 sections. And finally, the Indian Evidence Act will be replaced to the Bharatiya Sakshi Bill, which had the 167 sections, which will be replaced to 170 sections. Now, what is new in this act? That these acts are basically, the objective of this act is to give the justice for the crime regarded in cases of women, children, and the women under the age of 18 years. So, basic information we had discussed, but the main reason why this act was passed in the parliament, that the main reason we had discussed that they were not gender neutral, but according to the change in this act, they are being made gender neutral. Let's understand by the example that outraging the modesty of the woman. This law or this act can be filed by only the male according to the previous laws. But now with the change in the new law, this act or this law can be filed in the court by women as well as men. So by this example, we can understand that the new laws are gender neutral. The another importance of this law is that the system of tariq pe tariq is suspected to be ended in the new laws. But how we can consider that it is ended? that the government had made that change that the one who had filed the case in the court will get the equitable justice in the minimum time that this system will end it. And the third reason is that the act like terrorism, separatism and the armed rebellion against the army are given the recognition strictly in the new laws. Like the coin has two sides, like this act also have the advantages and some criticism. So we have discussed the advantages and now let's talk about the criticism. So the opposition parties have said that the new laws are of the Hindi imposition, that the names of these new bills are of the Hindi imposition. This is the disadvantage of this act, and also the laws can be amended properly without making it without changing the whole law again. So this was the reason why the opposition parties are making obstacle in this law. And another reason was that the laws were passed in the absence of 145 members of the both houses of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So I have discussed all the things regarding to this law. Now I request to all members to put forth their views for this bill which are passed by Parliament.
Okay. So the topic is already enclosed. Now one after another, one student will say something and share their views. That is about the bill. So I think Raj, what is your view about it?
So my views about it act, as Arpit says, coin has two sides, and the disadvantage of this law is first, the police has to write to the criminal, grab the criminal in their custody for 90 days.
Yes.
So it is very means it is a disadvantage of this law, because the criminal grabbed in the police custody for 90 days, it is not fair. And the second is no breather for the bail seekers, means if any person do not did crime and then he would punished, then in this law there are no bail for this for the criminal. And the third is seizure of electronic and digital evidence, etc. My opinion for this law is satisfying with this law, because it is help us future development of India, and it is also help us judiciary system. Thank you.
Yes, very good. Please clap for both of them. Raj, so already they have discussed both sides. I think, please, you can share your view.
At the outset, one of the things to appreciate about the law is the inclusion of a community service as a form of punishment. As a form of punishment, just giving a small fine would not be fair for justice, and sending someone to jail could be too harsh. Community service is as a form of punishment is just satisfied by it. Thank you.
Please sit down. From the girls, we want to know what are the laws that are giving relaxation for the women. Can anybody elaborate? There are some laws that are, having impact on the women's status. Free and frankly, anybody can discuss about it, from boys also. Which are the laws? Yes, please, Arpit.
If I frankly speak that if the rape case happen in the case of the girl which is under 18, then that criminal is suspected to be hanged to the death. And if the rape case happens in the case of women which are more than 18, then the criminal is suspected to a jail until his death.
Yes, please sit down. The question was asked just because the awareness for the women's security and safety. Okay, anything else that you can elaborate? Anything that you want to discuss? Rohit, what is your view about this one?
According to me, this was beneficial because under the CRPC you would get 15 days custody, but police had made 90 days custody, and the general human being can keep police in police station, and that means this law give more power to police. And if that law is passed, then from magistrate to high court judge and supreme court judge will be afraid to give verdicts, because if the government officer take wrong decision, then it will lead to 7 years imprisonment or fine. Then why government officers take wrong decision? And if the case is against government, then government will misuse this law. अगर एक केस गवर्नमेंट के अगेंस्ट होगा तो गवर्नमेंट इस लॉ का मिसयूज भी कर सकती है, और क्या गलत है और क्या सही है अभी हमें गवर्नमेंट बताएगी, ना कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जज या हाई कोर्ट के जज. थैंक यू.
Rohit has said that it is in the favor of government, but in the bill, in the beginning only, Amit Shah said that there is anti-nationalism, that is the law. Okay, anti-nationalism, okay, देश राष्ट्रद्रोह, right, और देशद्रोह. पहले उसे क्या कहा जाता था? It was called as राष्ट्रद्रोह. अभी उसे कहा जाता है देशद्रोह. तो what are the difference? What are the difference between these two laws? How can you define what is Deshdroh and what is Rajdrah? Is it similar or it is different prior when there was British colonial law and now it is Indian law? Is there any difference in the name or anything that is happened, that is new thing is added in this law in the case of Deshdroh or Rashtradrah? क्या बदलाव हुए? देशद्रोह क्या था, राष्ट्रद्रोह क्या था और देशद्रोह क्या है? What is it? Yes, please.
Sir, in Rajgruha, if anyone says about the government, then he will be punished. And Deshdroha, in the Deshdroha, if anyone said about the country's sovereignty, integrity, and the society of India, then he will be punished.
Right. Basically. So in the meeting when there was the discussion in the parliament, that time Amit Shah, honorable Home Minister, right, Amit Shah, he stated that the Deshdroh that is started, Rashtradrah that is stopped, and Deshdroh that is started, but anybody can give statement against the policy of government, that can be acceptable. But if the people or anybody who is threatening to the, what we can say, the unity of our country or the public property of the country, or any way, if they are if any way anybody will harm, that will be considered as Deshdroh. What are your views on this topic? What do you think? Let me make it in Hindi. किसी भी गवर्नमेंट पे अगर आप गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसी पे अगर आप कुछ भी बोलते हो, विरोध करते हो, तो इससे आपको आपके ऊपर देशद्रोह नहीं लगेगा. लेकिन अगर आप गवर्नमेंट की किसी पब्लिक प्रॉपर्टी को नुकसान पहुंचाते हो, प्रादेशिक अखंडता पे नुकसान पहुंचाते हो या उसको धोखा क्रिएट करते हो, तो इस तरह का आपके ऊपर चार्ज लग सकता है. तो इस बारे में आपकी क्या राय है? व्हाट आर योर व्यूज ऑन दिस थिंग?
So I think this law is beneficial as the government have made this law for the sovereignty of nation. As if anyone had made the question regarding to the sovereignty of nation, then definitely he or she will be punished and should be punished, because it is the question for the sovereignty and equality of the nation. So I think these laws are beneficial for them.
Alright, okay. If it is said that this law is beneficial in this context, that if anybody is harming the property of our country, but at what extent the charge is, what is the imprisonment duration, or what is the punishment in that case? वेंडलिज्म मतलब तोड़फोड़ जो है, उसके लिए क्या हम डायरेक्टली देशद्रोह का चार्ज लगाएं, या उसके लिए कोई और धारा हो सकती है, या डायरेक्टली देशद्रोह का चार्ज लगाना उचित है.
It is not right, sir, to directly hide a charge on him or her, that it can be accidentally happen by someone, that it
Means
can-
there are both possibilities. There can be possibility of accident that and enragement. There can be people's mob. Okay, from people's mob there was one law. I think one act was discussed on mob lynching. What is it? Do you know anything about mob lynching? What is mob lynching? Mob lynching के ऊपर एक धारा लगाई गई है. Mob lynching is a kind of act by which a particular person or a community can be treated very badly by the group of people. A collective action we can say. It is kind of collective action. So this is a good act that is reformed through this bill. That if there will be mob lynching, the person will be sent behind the bar, or the people, those who are bound, the punishable charge will be given to them. So that is also a good act. Anyone wants to share his or her opinion about it? Any other thing that is remain to discuss? ऐसा कोई टॉपिक है जिसके बारे में हम डिस्कस करना रह गए? Yes, would you like to say something? Yes, please. Kareem.
There are already told two disadvantages in this law, and I am also disadvantages in this law. The really have changed the constitution law. They say that we have abrogated the suggestion, deleted the sections of 123 of the Brilliant Code, and but now they put into the related the nations the national security without really defining in the what circumstance of person can be creating international financial security, and most of the provision are extremely vague, as you know the student academies, teachers, journalists and political socialist opponents all the crossing national security and define national security right now the further with vague and the international expanding natural security. Security means that the political appointments and the new people will be prosecuted against them, and now will silence the people. So on the one hand they are giving police more power. On the other hand they wanted to silence the people. They wanted to ask, this is completely unacceptable, and first thing I want to ask is which is all introduced the parliament in the Rajya Sabha Tulsi Krasi. Nobody knew which is that expert committee. Nobody knows, and services has been brought, and in fact is a very sort of kernel paste sort of things, and the sort of most of the things of kernel paste, good health and is kernel paste is thought synthesis are not completely is appropriated. So this is disadvantages in this.
Disadvantage. So you have elaborated advantage and disadvantages both.
Yes.
Please sit. What do you think, Adarsh? What is your view?
My view on this law is developed in the country and it will make a positive impact on the future of India. This law is gender neutral and the structure is not complicated, and the advantages are more than that of elitism. I agree with this law.
Fine. Very good. From girls?
Actually, the bills are based on three principles: a person's freedom, human rights, and impartiality. But it emphasizes the issue of police misuse. The country misuse of the police force for the political. Whenever the government is in power or the person in the power, the political opponent should be attacked.
It is just a possibility. What we can say, it is just the possibility. It is
Yes.
not all time it can happen, but can be possibility.
Yes.
Right? Continue, please.
The police force by and large is working under the direction of political person in power or the government in power. In the other words, we are surveying a political length. That is the real problem. Why? Because the police is not longer independent force. So, if the whole police system is directed toward fulfilling a political agenda, the functions under the direction of the government in power, then it is a recipe for disaster. That's the possibility.
Okay, that's
That's-
the possibility.
That's the issue. So I think this is completely unacceptable.
So this possibility, if it happens, there it should not be accepted.
Yes.
You mean to say, if it happen, like the government will misuse of the, if the government will take misuse of this law, so that can be critical for the democracy of our country also. Okay, fine.
There is a
You-
possibility of disaster.
Disasters, right? Please say. Would you like to share?
Sir, I agree with this law that the advantage of this law is it is gender neutral, and this new law are focus on the justice than the punishment. And my opinion is on this law are good for our development of our country and judiciary system. And I hope that the crimes of India will be decreases due to this law.
Okay, very good. So time frame has been given. If they would follow the time frame, then definitely this law can be useful for the country. Who is ready to talk? Would you please share your view?
I am not agree with the first law because my point is terrorism. Terrorism is the biggest enemy of human right. If any person can break the Indian security, Indian peace, or put the dynamite nuclear weapons to attack on India, this is known as a terrorist. But the first law said that if any person can make such noise for their own right, it could be considered as a terrorist. So it is in our India, it is a freedom. Why we are not why we are not present our opinion with some activity? I am not agree with the first law because it says that if any person can make such a noise for their own right, they could be considered as a terrorist.
Okay. Fine. Please sit. Would you like to share?
I will agree this law because there will be very beneficial to our government and parliament. This law some advantages and some disadvantages. That is, this law are replace the British Act and some disadvantages like there will be cut off these sections. Means they are first. Bharatiya Nyaya second Sanhidah 2023 there will be 533 section. After this law will be passed, there will be 2 sections will be cut up, and that is 531 section will be remaining. This law is more advantage because more advantages because I will agree this law. Thank you.
I agree this law because technology and criminal justice reform bills integrated modern technology are more efficient crime predictive and detective. Enhanced data-driven decision making for law enforcement and community through increase. And the police accountability and transparency bill enhance the accountability by implementing measures such as cameras and independent oversight, builds trust and fostering law enforcement and community for increased transparency. Increased trust. Mandating transparency fostering trust as users and stakeholders can understand their decision-making process. Accountability, clear guidelines on responsibility help address to issue of liability when make critical situation.
Very good. So, is there anybody who is able to share the views? I think her point is also important that in this law they have used the advanced technology, means there should be transparent action that should be shown to the public and people can understand what is happening due to transparency. So this is also advancement in this law. Anyone wants to add anything? Now we are at the end of the forum. Is there anybody that is remain, anything that is remain and want to discuss about the point? Okay, so shall we conclude? Fine. So the end of this forum, first day of this forum, I would say thanks to respected Principal Santoshji Bakal sir for giving his valuable time for this forum. Secondly, I would say thanks to all the participants who attended here and shared their views very enthusiastically, and their points were also thought-provoking, thoughtful, and having critical analysis. Further, I would, with the permission of the president of this forum, respected Principal Bakal sir, I said that this forum's program is over. Thank you very much.